Yeah, first player to get the yellow card, President. No red card. That was very good for us this week. Right. We're going to deal with the players who plays the ball in a wrong position. We're going via Orlando. We have a player there called Muremi. The procedure for law 17, which is corner kick. It says the ball must be placed on the corner arc. Did he place the ball correctly? Now you can see that the ball, it's out of the line. If it's out of the line, the law says it can be out, but it must overhang. Overhang, it means on top, it must be in line with the corner arc. Is this ball in line? So now we are now telling Muremi, no, if Misile Orlando, la Soccerzone sukbonile, next time, he's cheating the game. So he must not cheat. For the assistant referee should have assisted, no assistant. So incorrect decision by Muremi, incorrect decision by the referee not to see. So we hope they have learned, because ours is to educate and inform. Asambenike siyago offside. Siyapulukwan. So Wara there scored a goal. The offside law says you must be, if you are nearer to the opponent's goal line than both the ball and the second last opponent, you are offside. Underline the word second last opponent. Let's go and have a look when we draw the line, whether he's in line with the second last opponent. When we draw the line there, keeper make a save, it goes there. We stop it there. Second last opponent is this side. Who is nearer to the goal line is literally with one opponent. And offside law, you must have two, because the keeper is already gone. So now he's having one opponent. If he plays the ball, he's now interfering with play. The ball comes to him, interfering with play. He scored. Incorrect decision by the assistant referee to award a goal. Ashisasekanga leaves. Let's go to the next one. We see Gumede there being ruled offside. Let's go and have a look if he was nearer to the opponent's goal line at the moment the ball is played. We see a flag comes out from Baloi there, but let's draw the line so that we can educate. When we draw the line there, you will see that Gumede is behind, is put on line by Litagu there. So now this, as he comes and play the ball, he's not in an offside position. He was in an offside position, but he cannot be judged offside because he's in line. Let's go to the last one. This is what we call mistaken identity. Law 5 talks about, can the referee change his decision? Law 5 says the referee can change his decision upon realizing that it is incorrect or on the advice of the other match officials. Now, let's look if the yellow card went to the correct players. Let's underline the player there, number 30, who's making a tackle, coming again with a reckless tackle. Umthembu there. Umthembu is number 20. You can see my eye is short. If you look at the height, he is short. And let's check who get the yellow card. Was the correct player given a yellow card? Let's go and have a look if Tando gave the correct player a yellow card. Nangu Umango get a yellow card. Ati mina nienzeni man. Ati mzanga arbitra, what did I do? You can see Manga, no, what did I do? And then Tando now is suppressed high. And then where's Urowen? Begu captain uti Urowen at nangu Mthembu there. And then now the yellow card. Utandat no nyatkolisa mtaka baba nyatkolisa mnyaka ozamthembu you are the correct player kodwa niyalingana mani bafishana bonke man sorry mango and then here's the correct culprit so correct hi ngiyabonga Mr. Ref ngale yellow card. So this is what we call mistaken identity. So we say correct decision by Utando to give a yellow card to the correct person. Silo sakusaseka
Yandile hoa bata mona mzanzi. Let's start now with Peter Shalulile. I've got now the latest. He's one of 3 key players from Mamelodi Sundowns who are not part of that lineup against Richards Bay in the MTN 8 with Miguel Cardoso, and we'll share just snippets of the coach talking about that. But Peter Shalulile, the latest is that currently he's asked for some time off. He's gone to Namibia now as he's opening talks with clubs in North Africa. That's Esperance de Tunis, a club in Qatar yet to be unnamed, as well as Al Hilal of Sudan. We know them very well. They play in the CAF Champions League. Now, if personal terms, as I'm told, are not the issue, then Peter Shalulile would move. But the stumbling block at the moment is that Mamelodi Sundowns, given that Peter Shalulile still has a year on his contract, which they've triggered recently, then they want a transfer fee for Peter Shalulile. It's a story that we also broke earlier, just before we went live on sabcsport.com. So for more details and explanation further of what's to happen with Peter Shalulile, check out that story. But we still stay with Mamelodi Sundowns, and this is where it gets interesting, with Khuliso Mudau as well as Luca Ribeiro. Now, Khuliso Mudau has received several offers from in the continent as well as abroad. And it's been ongoing for some time that Khuliso Mudau is a subject of interest from other suitors. But the club, Mamelodi Sundowns, not budging, not willing to sell at this very moment. But on the other hand, Luca Ribeiro, the club feeling they've got several options to replace him. Therefore, they're more than happy to do a deal for him to leave. Now, I'm going to bring on skipper Hlompo Kekana here just to weigh in. Yes. Luca Ribeiro, Khuliso Mudau, can the club afford to do without these two key players who were at the Club World Cup?
Mazola, make no mistake, we as Mamelodi Sundowns need these two players to put ourselves in a position to win the Champions League. You saw what happened last season. We got knocked out of the cup final. I'm sure we want to try it again this year. And those players, they are very, very important to the team. And I'm sure whoever wants to buy them has to break the bank.
So is it a money thing?
Oh, it's not a money thing. Like an offer has to make sense in football terms. I mean, the amount of investment that is there for the players, it has to meet what is needed from players.
Well, Coach Miguel Cardoso, you didn't say too much, but obviously, as you would expect it, he was pressed on the issue of the three missing players after they beat Richards Bay 4-0 in the MTN 8 to book that semi-final encounter against Orlando Pirates. Here's Coach Miguel Cardoso.
It's not where we are, but it doesn't mean that we are not able to cope with our responsibilities. Me, myself, I have to work on solutions rather than on problems. Otherwise, if I hang to the problems, for sure I will not be able to also perform myself in the proper way and give the stimulus to the boys so that we can move forward. But it's obvious that we would like to have been able to start the season from where we left with all the players as strong as possible. But no one should think that Mamelodi Sundowns will ever be not in the level that has to be, and for sure people in charge will take the responsibility to organize the things and solve the issues in proper time.
Our next story involves a player who's got no such issues. He's a free agent. That's Tebogo Putsane after leaving Kaizer Chiefs, meaning he can join a club of his choice on a free transfer. Now, I have it on good authority that Siwelele FC coach Lehlohonolo Siema has made Putsane a top priority. We know that he's a former Bloemfontein Celtic star midfielder. Therefore, they would love nothing more than to have him back in Mangaung in the next coming season as well. I'm going to bring on now Mark Haskins, a player who, like Putsane, has moved around quite a lot in the Premier Soccer League, just to weigh in on whether Putsane has got what it takes. You know, we didn't see too much of him under the Nabi era, but it's a fresh start, this one, Mark Haskins.
Yeah, I think it will be a great start for him, a great fresh start for him. We've seen what he's capable of. I think at Royal AM, he showed real good quality, great left foot, exciting. You know, he's can cause real problems for any defense. And I think it'd be a great addition. Obviously, you know, where he's at in terms of match practice, match readiness, they can get him to where he needs to be. I think he's been around the league long enough. And if he gets fit, I think he'll add value wherever he goes.
Let's finish it off now with George Matlou. He was part of the Netherlands camp for Kaizer Chiefs, but believe it or not, there was no actual contract in place. There was a verbal agreement, but I can now confirm that in the coming days, Kaizer Chiefs should be confirming that George Matlou has penned a one-year contract to keep him at Naturena. Andile, that's how we wrap it up here from the break.
Before you go, Mazola, before you go, very good. I mean, I think this is a matter of national importance by this stage. Kaizer Chiefs versus and AmaZulu versus Cape Town Spurs. Velebai is in there, Luke is in there as well. What's going on with that case?
It's ongoing. I can update our viewers that case involving Velebai, Luke Bartman, as well as Liam Byrne is ongoing at the moment with regards to what decision the Dispute Resolution Chamber will take. I was hoping to have an update by the time we go on air, but deliberations are ongoing, maybe tomorrow on sabcsport.com.